Hello. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's episode of DOTVPodcast. We're doing things a little bit differently. We're not actually going to be playing any D&D tonight, so spoiler alert there, sorry for that. Instead, we are going to talk about the new Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen book and preview our upcoming Dragonlance campaign. So, to start us off then tonight, Lewis is with us. He is here in the chat, but he is not going to be able to be on the mic too much, I don't think. He will be playing in the campaign, as will be Ricky. Ricky's here.
Oh, am I?
And then I would also like to introduce a new player to our group, Rib Rob. He will be joining us for this Dragonlance campaign.
Hello.
Everybody, Rob.
Glad to be here.
Welcome.
Hello.
Do you prefer Rib Rob or just Rob or?
Usually it's just Rib or Rob, but honestly any combination works.
All right, we have it there. So yeah, how about I go ahead? I'm gonna switch the screen over to this lovely cover.
Switch the screen over to the details of the end of the campaign. Let us know about that now.
Just read the end of the book.
Yeah. Go there. Switch it to the last page. How about that?
No, we're fine.
Seems fair.
And you like this. So yeah, this is the cover of the new Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen book.
Question.
Okay.
Who's the guy on the dragon?
Yeah, I'm not answering that.
What's a good question?
It is a good question. And I'm sure it's a question that will be answered all in due time.
I'm just saying, if there's a guy flying around on a dragon, I want to know who he is.
Well, it seems at least a little important.
You guys, you're probably not even really sure what dragons even are at the moment.
Oh wait, you talking about me or you talking about my character we haven't made yet?
Yeah, I'm talking about your character.
He don't know nothing.
Oh my goodness. The big old angry chicken.
And hello, Miku, and thank you for joining us. So yeah, I'm gonna talk just a little bit about the book. First, just kind of a short overview of it. It's first and foremost, this is a module. This is not a source book. It's not a campaign guide. It does contain some new character options, a small overview of the specific geographical region that's relevant to the module, and then also like a brief history of the War of the Lance and kind of sort of a mini timeline just to kind of get everything up to speed.
All right. Oh, very important. Lewis says he's on the dragon.
That is fair. I just want to let you know how much of a nerd moment it is for me. I started playing D&D because of these books. So
Same.
I'm very happy.
Same. And the fact that we are playing it 40 years after it was introduced to Advanced Dungeons & Dragons as a brand new campaign setting.
Why?
1982.
Why the mother flip did you have to say that? I mean, you should feel old because I was born the year it was introduced. But Ow, my back hurts, man.
Yeah, I probably wasn't even a year old when Dragonlance first came out.
The moment you said that, my knees
Oh.
popped.
The first module, Dragons of Despair, came out in 1984 alongside the book that we all know and love, Dragons of Autumn Twilight. And we are actually beyond that as far as the timeline goes.
Oh.
So we would be in the book-wise, we would be in Dragons of Winter Night, Dragons of Winter Night, I think
I think so. I think that's me.
And I did a little bit of digging around, so they don't really give a full timeline in here, but I'm a nerd, so I've got Dragonlance stuff that dates back to the 80s. So I have I have countless renditions of the history. It's kind of funny too. I was looking over it in one source book. It says that this area got taken over first. In a different source book, it says a different area got taken over first. Same year, same armies, different locations. So that's kind of fun. Fortunately, all that stuff has already happened in our little timeline here. So, like I said, we are already past Dragons of Autumn Twilight in the series. As near as I can figure, it is the winter of 351 AC. So AC means like
It's after Carlos.
after Cataclysm. And yeah, that's kind of an important aspect of this world. So if you're not familiar with the world of Kryn or Ansalon, and how it differs from like a base D&D campaign setting, in this game, in this world, the gods have been absent for the last 300 plus years.
To be fair, they threw a temper tantrum.
They did. They have reasons for it. Reasons that I'm not going to get into right now because I think it'll be more fun to kind of uncover the history in game. But and well, I know you already know the history, but
yeah. For me, all these books are new. I
they're
started playing in like 4E, kind of, but actually started playing with 5E. So.
It's I've never played 4E. I'm gonna play a game of it. A lot of people complain about it, but I think a lot of people are dumb. So, these books are great. Like I said, I was a kid. My uncle had them. He also had first edition D&D, and he told me not to go in his room. So the very next day, when he was at work, I went in his room and found these books with dragons on them. I was like, ooh. But that was back when being nerdy was like a sin. So he was excited. He was excited that I took up the hobby, so he was a little less angry that I violated his room rules.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so I don't actually have the hard copy of this book in my hands yet. I will before the campaign starts. Not that it's really that important because I do have it on Roll20 already, which, with the way they have modules set up on there, basically all the hard work is done. I did notice one thing. So ideally I would want at least one more player for this campaign. If we can't get another player, there are some companion sidekick characters that are pre-gen that work for this. I found them initially and haven't been able to find them since and can't find them in the token, so I'm guessing that the module needs another update. But
I deleted them.
Yeah, but that's okay because since we're not actually going to start playing this game for a few weeks, I figured, next week is, Christmas weekend, then the following Friday would be like New Year's weekend. So I would like to start this campaign in 3 weeks on Friday the 6th. to actually begin. And I figure, we're past all the holiday stuff then, and we can kind of jump in and really get into everything with the characters. I don't even really want to start today, just because there's going to be that much of a gap before we pick up again.
That's okay. It'll give me time to make my character and then read on the internet how to break it.
Right, and then back to the Cataclysm and some of the differences. So the gods have been absent up until about 2-3 years ago in the timeline. The re-emergence of healing and or divine magic is still new. It's still basically rumors for most people across the continent. So healing magic is rare and noteworthy when it is apparent. Some other differences. So race-wise, if you're going to be an elf, the high elves are separated into 2 separate classes almost. It doesn't really change anything mechanically. It's just more of a flavor aspect.
Yeah. Like Cool Ranch or Nacho Doritos.
And then also, so there are a lot of standard or more common D&D races that are not naturally found on Krynn. Dragonborn are not. Without revealing too much, there is a dragon-like race that shows up relatively early. They are not Dragonborn. Also, there are no halflings on Krynn. And I incorrectly stated at one point that on Krynn they have Kender, which are the Dragonlance equivalent of halflings, and no, I am so wrong. I'm very wrong. Because aside from the short stature and their general fearlessness, that's where the similarities end between the two races. So Kender actually wear shoes, for one. They have a...
Oh, dang. That's a no-go for me.
yeah, they have a base movement speed of 30 feet like most other humanoids, despite being small, so that's another difference.
Thank you, Galaxy.
Galaxy, thank you for the sub.
Let's go.
Huzzah. I was definitely not expecting that.
Buddy?
Thank you so much for that.
Oh my gosh. I'm about to do my favorite thing I've ever done. This is the greatest moment of DOTV history for me. Hold on, where is it?
No, I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Do it, Ron.
Hang on, let me find the Google.
This makes me so happy. Sorry.
I should have had this, queued up already.
You should have known, to be honest. I'm very predictable.
Oh, I'm wondering, can they even hear me? I have myself muted on Roll20, but I don't know where you're getting the audio.
They can, yeah, they can because it's coming through Discord.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not using any of the Roll20 mics.
No. Although
I
they say
figured.
they say they've redone the system. I don't trust them.
And, oh, shoot, there's supposed to be, The sound alert didn't go off with that, Ricky. I'll have to look into that, too.
Rib Rob is a cool username.
Thank you,
That-
Go. Your
Yeah,
username
Galaxy.
is confusing to say.
It's Galaxy.
I know, we're buddies.
Oh, okay. Well, then he might know that Rib Rob was actually your adult performer name.
Maybe, yeah.
So,
All
Tell me
right,
for-
all right. Time to make good on this joke redeem. Why do wizards love fireballs?
why do wizards love fireballs?
Because it's a well-rounded spell.
I love it.
Thought it was going to be something like they're hot and do heavy damage.
Yeah, and even though I'm technically not the DM right now, since this isn't a game, DM is in my name, so I'm stuck with it.
Yeah, no, you have to. You're the DM for this game. Just because you're not DMing doesn't mean you're not the DM for this game, sir. Your technicality will not hold up in a court of law.
Yeah, this is more of a round table.
Nope. You're the DM. You're the one. You know who's on the dragon. We don't.
That's fair.
Should have been a lawyer.
Alright, so quick overview of the book. The first chapter wants to take forever. The first chapter goes over like character creation for Dragonlance. It is similar enough, so that reminds me, why don't I go ahead and hook you guys up with character sheets.
Thank you.
Ooh, nice.
You'll make me stop fishing in World of Warcraft if you do that. I've got to tend to my ADHD somehow.
Okay, so actually, I'm gonna turn off my push to talk so that I can like multitask here.
Oh, my dog's here. Hey, baby. Nope, stop squiggling. Hi. Back to Florida.
Okay. Now I don't have to worry about like accidentally resizing a window or something.
That was cute. I gave my dog some fries just now because I'm a horrible person. And before she ate the fries, she stopped and licked me. She was like, "Thank you so much."
Okay, Lewis, you are set, I think. I'm getting
Louis, you were also beautiful. I don't know if you know.
I'm getting a little bit of lag here, so hopefully this isn't too. Alright. Ricky, there's yours. Oh, there's
Thank you.
oh, Lewis just subscribed. Thank you, Ricky, for gifting that sub. And I think, Ricky, your character sheet's up.
You believe in magic? Yeah, I hope you do. Copy of character template.
Yeah, no, that's actually one, I got this character, instead of just making new characters on here, I use this character template I got from David because it's got it's got stuff macroed in, so that,
Yeah, he's a master macroer. He's a Mac master.
yeah, and Rob, your character sheet is there, so like, you know, when you drag a token out onto the map and you click on your token, some buttons will pop up in the upper left hand of the screen that'll let you like do things like roll initiative and make skill checks and saving throws without having to open your character sheet.
Okay.
All right.
And then also,
How are we doing? All important question. How are we doing the stats?
so I always like doing the, so if you use the character mancer on here, it's got in the options for stats, it does the roll, and I just do the roll, the 46, drop the lowest, and then you can assign the values. Let me get into.
There's 3 Kinkus and 1 Kinder.
Yeah, I have to pop into.
So you're saying I probably shouldn't play a chromatic dragonborn?
Yeah, well, I'm saying that I'm going to restrict all draconic races to start, for obvious reasons.
What's the
Well,
I don't get the reason.
okay, I mean, obvious to people who are familiar with Dragonlance. I'm so sorry to keep keeping you in the dark, Rib Rob. You'll enjoy it, trust me. Oh, but further, like I was saying before earlier, no halflings on Kryn, but just because the race is not native to the world, I'm not going to disallow it. So I know that you were planning on playing. I don't want to talk about the characters too much because I'd rather, I want that to come out during the game more. But I know you were planning on, halfling. You can still do that if you want to, but if you want to play something else, and keep with your same character concept. But, that reminds me of another thing that you might want to be aware of, because, like, with the class you're going with, magic is kind of taken a little bit differently on Kryn as well. So there's a thing called the Mages of High Sorcery. So, and I'm reading from the book here. Many magic users on Kryn are members of an ancient organization known as the Mages of High Sorcery, predominantly composed of wizards with a lesser number of sorcerers, warlocks, and other spellcasters. Members are divided into 3 orders. Each order dedicates itself to virtues extolled by a god of magic and honors the moon its deity is associated with. The 3 orders cooperate as part of a single organization overseen by a council of experienced members known as the Conclave. Equally devoted to the study of magic and united in defending their knowledge and traditions, the 3 orders differ in their fundamental reasons for using magic. So you have the Order of the White Robes. They accept the solemn responsibility of using magic only to make the world a better place. You have the Order of the Red Robes. You use magic when it suits them, and but they're expected to wield their power responsibly and uphold the balance between good and evil. And then you have the Order of the Black Robes, which are, it's the dark side. They can further their own ambitions.
Evil just because you're a black-robed wizard.
Yeah, so further their own ambitions.
Wizard, you're probably black.
Yeah, they pursue. A Mage of the Black Robes is expected to first further their own ambitions, then pursue the goals of their order, and then support the continued well-being of the Conclave. So even though they're going to be a little more selfish, it still comes down to the order.
I got you.
So with that, anyone who wants to use magic on the world of Kryn has to join the order. If they get found by members of the order and they aren't members of the order, they'll be considered a renegade. They'll be ordered to go to the nearest tower of high sorcery to undergo the test, and should they then say no, I'm not going to do the test, or if they go and fail, they're considered a renegade. Typically failure of the test is going to result in death.
Oh boy.
And then but then if they refuse to take it, it's going to result in death. So it's kind of one of those things like that.
The choice is either you do it or you do it.
Right, and I mean, depending on what kind of a spellcaster you are, you could, easily get away with not, like a sorcerer, for example, could probably get away with more subtle magics using, meta magic, subtle spell, things like that. But even like, becoming a part of the order, it doesn't like lock your character into anything like really like story changing wise. And again, I don't want to talk about your guys' characters, but after going over the background that you provided, I mean, it could still fit with you like intending to join because of your mentor.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, you probably don't need to change much about what you originally wanted to do with the character. You might want to change a couple things, but that's up to you.
Do it. Go Wizard.
I guess it depends. Like, are we doing this one Friday nights?
Yes, this will be Friday nights.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then, as far as like creating a character, where did that part go? Okay, well, I found the sidekicks again. They don't click out of the module the way that they should, but that's okay. I still don't have tokens for them. There we go. Okay. I'll just go through this over.
Should I start with 2 legendaries or 3?
Yeah, probably none. Oh, fun fact, too, about Kender. They share common ancestor with gnomes. Just like dwarves do. So there are... I'm not sure how the character mancers got it. It should have all this stuff in there for Kender, because I know one of you is playing that. The mage is there.
You said it's okay if I pick halfling still. I'll just be kind of seen as a bit of an alien, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, you'd probably get mistaken more for a gnome, honestly. Or like sort of like a cross between I don't know. It's kind of.
You could probably just assume that they're like Kender.
Ice on my laptop. That's not good.
That is not good. I'll be right. I'm gonna go push to talk, and then I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
It's all good.
I've made my character. He's all the way made, by the way.
Well, okay. Is he because what background did you go? Oh, you know what? I can just look.
Hopefully, Louis got my message.
Because I don't know if they included it in the, during using the character mancer, but depending on your background, like what background you took, you get a bonus feat. And if your background doesn't provide a bonus feat, then there are you get to choose one of 2 different bonus feats.
Oh shoot! I need to.
Oh, it did come with a bonus feat.
Plug my laptop charger in.
That's where I got precise strike. I took Knight of Salami.
You went with the Knight of
Knight of New Delhi.
Salamnia background?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my big brother are holy people, bro. And I'll explain why in just a moment. I have to go to the girls' room.
Salami is a holy meat.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. So the first chapter is character creation, and then the rest of the book is the adventure. And I've read through almost the entire module so far, and it's perfect for what I wanted to do, because I have familiarity with the setting and the heroes of the Lance. I wanted to set this in a region away from that activity, away from them, so that their exploits wouldn't overshadow yours, for example. But I wanted it to be early enough where it wasn't full out war. Spoiler alert, there's full out war.
I got you.
It hasn't quite reached where you guys are yet, but so like game year is early 351, so I'd say equivalent January, February. It's wintertime. The War of the Lance began 3 years prior in 348, so like your characters wouldn't really know this, but you know what? Why don't I go ahead? I'll switch the screen and give you guys a basic map of the continent of Ansalon.
I presumed I have a proficiency in common. I don't know why it's not like automatically highlighted.
It should. You should automatically have common.
So can I pick like 2 different ones? It's just giving me like 2 choices.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Fifth edition was really lame with languages.
Alright, this Roll20 does not want to allow me to change the tab. That's fine. So, you guys, yeah, I gotta wait for this map to load.
Oh yeah, pop quiz. Little known Ricky fact: there may be a possibility of me ending up with a Dragonlance character tattooed on my right arm. Because my right arm is going to be a sleeve, a D&D sleeve. And by D&D sleeve, I'm getting a character who represents each stat, in my opinion, tattooed on my arm. So far, I have Wisdom, and I have Uncle Iroh on my arm.
Uncle Iroh is an icon.
Maybe easier if I can show the map. Here we go.
Yeah, so me and my big bro are gonna be knights. And you said we can play. I can play a cleric. You said yes.
Yes, you can. Now, you aren't going to start the game knowing your deity, but as a player, you're going to, go ahead and pick the deity that is, best suits you.
Yeah, I googled. Lewis and I chatted about it together because Lewis and I are playing brothers, and we googled Dragonlance gods, and we made a choice. I'm scrolling to pull that choice up now for you.
Should I be worried?
No. It's we're playing. We're good people. We went off to join the Knights of Salamia together.
Okay, now, I love this. So, what the stream is displayed and what you guys see are
cool,
the same.
So the god is Kiri Jolith.
Oh, that is so perfect.
The Sword of Justice, the Bison of Heaven. It's one of the good gods.
Yep. No, that is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, like I said, I know you always suspect me to be up to shenanigans, and just so you know, I am. But none of them have been exposed yet.
Yeah. Okay, well, then I'm going to have to actually point and ping things on this map since the labels are not there. Right here in this area is where this campaign is going to take place.
Oh, if you hold shift when you ping it, your left shift, it will move the whole map there. Thank you.
There we go. So this region is whereabouts the campaign is going to take place. If you scroll down on the map, you got some mountains to the southeast there. And Dragonlance lore is out of those mountains that the dragon armies first poured out of, taking over regions to the east of the map. So where we are right now, these regions, Estwild, Nordmar, Kerr, and beyond are already occupied. Down here, this is where the first books start, and then kind of head out from there. So as you can see, we're a ways off from that region. And
I like to imagine that this that I'm pinging is the actual tree with the end of the last home in it.
You are not very far off. That is pretty much where Solus is.
Over here is where I keep my cousins in the sunken city of Istar.
Oh, we're not gonna worry too much about all that, but again, yeah, so we're up in this region. To the southwest is the Solamnia. South of the Kalaman region, you've got Nightland. Dragonlance nerds might be familiar with that place. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the geography aspect. Like what's relevant to this campaign at any rate. Let's see. So we did kind of start going a little bit over some of the references. Ribrab, since if you do decide to go with like Wizard of High Sorcery path, I don't want you to take that background though. I don't want you to already be a part of the order.
Okay.
But because you can like kind of keep with what you had before, you'll be able to, because it'll play into the story. You'll like it.
Alright.
Are you bullying my wizard friend?
Yes, but you do get to pick a bonus feat to start if the background, whatever background you go with, it doesn't give you one, and you get to choose from either skilled or tough. And tough, I believe, gives you extra HP to start, whereas skilled gives you more skill proficiencies. Don't underestimate skills in this game.
Is there a way I can go back in the character mancer?
Yeah, you can just there's little tabs at the top, and you can just go click on like background or whatever you have to click on. It should be kind of near the. It should be like near the top, but like below where your ability scores are, if I'm remembering.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited that Lewis is my big brother.
And also with that bonus feat, you'll also gain another bonus feat at 4th level, on top of your regular 4th level, like, ability score increase or feat choice. So that's something to look forward to a little bit down the line. This campaign is meant to go to 11th level at least, and it will likely take some time to get there.
Alright. So I'm not seeing what you were talking about. Cause like I see ability scores, I don't really see any like buttons below it.
Oh no. I just saw the names. I mean, yeah, okay, hang on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kind of get it. Actually, look up a different way. Make sure it's still going. Oh, there's that. Yeah, I'll have to open up a different. Did you submit it? Did you finalize the sheet?
I did.
Okay, that would be why.
Okay.
Alright, so here's what I'll do is I will...
You can just click, can't you? If you go to the settings wheel, you can just launch the character mancer again.
Oh, yeah. You can, yeah, so if you click on the little cog wheel next to the word spells, you can relaunch.
Yeah, it's the bottom of the right column.
Yeah, you can relaunch it as a new
Okay.
character building.
Do I have to do I have to re-roll my stats?
No, you can.
No, you rolled them in chat. You can just scroll up to them.
Yeah, you can just use
Oh,
those.
that's true. All right. I will do
I think I'll use your stats too.
that. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now it didn't like erase everything. I just have to go to my background, I think.
Yeah, I can let you. You can go in and change stuff. Okay. That's the backgrounds.
I don't know what to put now. Background.
Oh yeah, so I was considering using Raceland for intelligence on my D&D sleeve. Definitely not for Constitution.
No. You sure? Okay.
Raceland's also why I'll never play a wizard in Dragonlance, because I will only want to be him.
Okay, so let's see here. Looking at the. Kind of go a little bit over the history. So before Cataclysm, Kryn's earliest centuries have basically passed into mytho-history. At least in 5th edition, I definitely have extensive histories in older books, but we won't worry about that. So the story begins in the Age of Starbirth, when the gods forged the world from primordial chaos. Next in the Age of Dreams, time when heroes battled the forces of evil. Many modern cultures and institutions saw their origins in this era, including the Knights of Solamnia, the Mages of High Sorcery, and the Dwarven Kingdom of Thorbarden, which we didn't talk about because, well, none of you are playing dwarves anyways. Plus, this module has pissed me off with dwarves. I don't...
Why?
Oh, there is a subrace of dwarves that you might recall.
Gully Dwarf?
That would be the ones. They have been pretty much completely written out of this game.
Let's just write them back in.
Well, here's the thing is, I think they did. But they did it in a way where they don't say that these are gully dwarves, but the way they're written, these are supposed to be gully dwarves. And the whole thing is they're not saying it, and it's just got me like a little heated there.
Do you think maybe TSR was worried that they were gonna come across some accusations again?
Most likely.
The flying monkey accusations.
I mean, gully dwarves are problematic, especially as a player character race. But
I liked them. I can understand why people would be leery of playing them, but they had pretty good qualities.
yeah, they definitely did. Like, they made up for, areas that they lacked with, ingenuity. And
Yeah.
but no.
Are we gonna meet any of the Dragonlance characters?
I doesn't really like the heroes of the Lance. None of them. I'll tell you that none of them appear in this book.
So none of them are riding the dragon. Got it.
You'll still hear. There might still be some familiar names.
Cool. I can't wait to meet Cousin Tass.
Let's see. Ironically, these cultures often dismiss one another's foundational stories as baseless myths, while fiercely insisting on the veracity of their own. And then, during a terrible conflict known as the Third Dragon War, the knight Huma Dragonbane was granted the first of the fabled Dragonlances.
Pause for a second. You know his homeboy was a Minotaur, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cass or... No, that's not. That's the wrong Minotaur.
I don't remember either. He used it to defeat the evil god Takesis the Dragon Queen and end the war, forcing the god and her dragons to leave Kryn. The good dragons of Kryn soon departed as well, leaving the world to mortals and the remaining gods. During the 1,000 years before the Cataclysm, known as the Age of Might, several human nations flourished, conquering vast swaths of the continent of Ansalon in the name of good. But the triumph of the Age of Might sowed the seeds of its downfall. Over the centuries, the city of Istar in eastern Ansalon grew into a continent-spanning empire thanks in part to a military alliance with the Knights of Solamnia. Istar came to be ruled by a series of king priests who declared Istar the center of the world and themselves the holy messengers of the gods of good. under their leadership, Istar declared war on actions, peoples, and even thoughts the king priests considered evil. Increasingly rigid and theocratic, Istar reached its apex of power just before its apocalyptic fall. The last king priest undertook ever more audacious magical feats, culminating in a ritual to attain godhood and rule Krynn forever in the name of good. At last, the gods acted united in their condemnation of Istar, and that is the Cataclysm, essentially. So as a last effort to avoid mass destruction, and most people of the world would know this stuff, so you're not getting like special background information here. This would be like basic history knowledge. As a last effort to avoid mass destruction, the gods sent the 13 warnings, a series of signs meant to deter the king priest. Trees wept blood, fires raged unnaturally, and cyclones struck the gleaming temple of the king priest. The gods also warned a few chosen mortals, reasoning that if any of them reached Istar and prevented the ritual, the world might not be beyond redemption. But the messengers failed. The king priest and his followers dismissed the warnings as the work of evil and continued on their path.
Excuse me. Most famous of the messengers being Lord Soth.
We'll get there. As the hour of the king priest's ritual to attain godhood arrived, the gods whisked away their most devout followers and unleashed punishment on all who remained. A mountain of fire fell from the sky, destroying Istar. The Blood Sea, so that swirling red mass in the ocean you see on the map, a new ocean that split eastern Ansalon, consumed the empire. Coastlines shifted all over the world, sundering nations, drowning whole regions, and stranding ports miles from the sea. Though some lands escaped the worst of the destruction, none were spared divine wrath. The gods and their blessings then faded from the world, and in time even their names were all but forgotten. So, the Cataclysm ushered in a period of chaos. During the next 3 centuries, known as the Time of Darkness, cultures and ecologies were radically altered, causing famine, plague, and mass migrations. The Knights of Solamnia, the champions who might have kept Ansalon united, were distrusted as former allies of Istar and persecuted across the continent, even in Solamnia. The elven nations shut their borders. The dwarves of Thurbarden withdrew to their deep tunnels, the mountain dwarves, refusing entrance to refugees from the surface, including the hill dwarves. They shut out their own people. Many societies turned on one another or fell to disease and war. Nations of hobgoblins and ogres spread, capitalizing on humanity's decline and claiming whole regions. Much that survived the Cataclysm was now lost in darkness. At length, the worst effects of the disaster waned. Though many elves and mountain dwarves remained reclusive, other cultures tentatively rebuilt. Explorers ventured forth to map the drastically altered continent, while societies reestablished bonds of trade that united and diversified them. And as the civilizations of Krynn rebuilt, new societies arose. The world learned to live with the jarring truth that the gods were truly gone. Religion on Krynn was altered forever. True clerics who once worked miracles on behalf of their gods had vanished. While some people remained devout, many others turned to false gods and false religions in search of answers and comfort. Some of these new faiths were founded by charlatans, others by zealots. Some claimed the names of the gods, others dismissed them entirely. In this radically changed world bereft of immortal insight, truth became subject to conjecture, even among Krynn's most dedicated scholars. And that kind of brings us up to where we are now. So, yeah, the next parts of the history of Krynn kind of exactly or directly affect or not. They're the results of. You wouldn't know this stuff. This would be things that you wouldn't know. Well, okay, yeah, stuff your characters wouldn't know. But this basically sets up, like, the rest of that. So even as Ancelon healed, a new threat grew. The Dragon Queen, Takesis, was banished from Kryn over 1,000 years ago, but since then she had waited, plotting her return. She had planted a piece of the King Priest's ruined temple. And this had allowed her to influence the world through a portal that was open there. But this is basically where, like, how these dragon armies start coming back into the fold. That's the history. Dragon armies, Borderlands. We kind of went over that stuff. Oh, so yeah, a couple other things that are a little different than other D&D worlds. So like, you still have Common as the, your basic trade language, but a lot of the different regions have local dialects and their own languages. So you could choose, a different language if you wanted to. They do have a calendar set up in here. It's they went off the Solamnic calendar, it looks like. Currency wise, so one of the notable things about the Dragonlance setting is that steel coins are worth as much as gold coins. And the reason behind this, so since the cataclysm, the harsh realities of daily survival leave little room for impracticality, steel's value skyrocketed until it was valued as highly as gold, thanks to the difficulty of forging steel and its obvious practical applications. Similarly, bronze was valued on par with silver. So the value of steel and bronze in general has diminished back to like standard rates, but trade coins of bronze and steel are still used on Ancelon. And so like the way coins break down in this is, you have your copper piece, then you have your silver or bronze piece, which is worth 10 coppers. You have your gold or steel piece, which is worth 10, silvers or 100, and then platinum. No electrum.
Oh, come on. One weird mineral.
The other things. So, also, each of your characters is going to start with a rumor. Just something that they had heard about just with what's going on in the world. And actually, if we want to, we could do those right now so that you have them. You can make a note on your character sheet of the rumor that you heard. These rumors may be true. They may have a grain of truth. They may be completely false. But we'll go ahead. We'll have everybody roll a d10. Yeah, a d10.
All right.
Alright. Let's see, should I just share these with you guys? Or do you want them private?
More depends on everyone else, maybe.
I mean, it's possible that you could have heard, like, multiple rumors, so I'll just read them. Ricky, you heard. So, Ricky, you heard travelers report sightings of cloaked lizard folk raiders. No one knows where they've come from or what they want. And then Ribrob, you heard of some claiming to hear that the whispers of old gods, and believe you've heard that there are people claiming to hear the whispers of old gods and believing that their miracles are returning to the world. It's which you would learn soon anyways, I'm sure. And then for Lewis, we got warlords from Taman Busuk have united an army of mercenaries and warlike groups. And that's a rumor you heard. And then you also... Now I know Ricky and Lewis, you've already got a connection to each other already. Now, I don't know if you wanted, if Ribro, if you wanted to be involved in that group already somehow or not. I do have a common connection for you all.
Okay.
So, and let's see if this. Oh, nope, that's not it. There. Okay, so once you have your characters created, connected to Kryn, hopefully one way or another to each other, you all have a mutual friend, or maybe I should say you all had a mutual friend named Ispin Greenshield. And Ispin, he's recently passed away, and you have all been invited to his funeral in Vogler. And so when we begin this adventure, we're actually going to be beginning with you on the way to Vogler to go to Ispin's funeral. And so you guys could be traveling together already just because of that, or any other reason, but these are things that you would all know about Ispin. So Ispin was a good-natured human adventurer from Solamnia. He took his name from a distinctive green shield he found early in his adventuring career. He claimed the shield was magical, but it had no obvious magical properties. The big-hearted Ispin loved telling tall tales of his travels to anyone who would listen.
How do I spell Ispin Greenshield?
Ispin.
Yep, got it.
And then Ispin used to adventure with a human knight of Solamnia named Becklin and a hill dwarf warrior named Cudgel. And these two people featured in many of Ispin's stories of fighting sea monsters and goblin raiders and things like that. And then you would also all know that Ispin retired from traveling years ago, becoming a permanent resident of a little-known village in Solamnia called Vogler. And then, you would all be encouraged now to come up with some ways that your characters would have known Ispin and possibly why they respect him. So you can either make up things, or I do have a little table if you want to roll on that to get, for inspiration. It's a D6 on that one. Lewis, you want the rumor posted?
Yeah, he's gonna want the rumor.
Okay. I'll have to find it and copy paste it again. That's okay. Let's see, Rib Rob, you got you might want to. You and Ispin once competed for the same person's affections, only to discover each other's friendship. So, you can use that if you want, or you could do something else.
I know how my brother and I knew him.
How?
We were both aspiring knights of Solamnia, and to see this old guy telling stories, we probably were enraptured by his stories when we were younger, and it might have been a big part of why we wanted to do what we do.
So you might like either Ispin was a close friend of one of your parents. You've known him since you were a child. You might like something along the lines of visited your homeland, bringing with him goods and stories of far-off lands, taught you much about the world. So that sounds kind of like that.
I was like, that's exactly what I said.
Yep.
We're good.
You go with that. Yeah. So that's how you guys knew him and why you want to travel to the funeral. Rib Rob, I kind of thought about with yours, if you're keeping with that same backstory that you were originally doing, Ispin was probably a friend of your mentor.
Okay.
Or something like that, and that might be how you met him.
Sure.
Maybe one of those same things. He maybe spent a season with you guys, teaching, sailing, or teaching you a language or some other skill or something.
Yeah, that works. Come on, I have to remember what my mentor's name was, even though I'm the one that made it up.
Yeah, that's okay. We can kind of work on that too. Because I figure your mentor. Are you sticking with Wizard?
Yeah.
Okay, so your mentor is definitely a member of the Order.
Okay.
But I would think that you would probably be one of the reasons you're worried about him leaving. You could be worried about him potentially going renegade. Since
my mentor?
Right, since he just kind of up and left. You could,
Okay.
Maybe not that he's going rogue, for example, but you're worried that he might be doing some. I don't know how to put this. His sudden disappearance is worrisome, but you kind of already had that.
He already showed signs of not wanting to work with the Order.
No, I don't think it's anything like that. I knew I should have wrote it down. That's all right. Like you could be worried that he might be considered a renegade since he disappeared. That's what I was going with. Like
Okay.
perhaps your character not knowing enough about the Order, his sudden disappearance could be like, well, crap. I mean, what if they come looking for him? What am I gonna tell them? Or something like that.
Mm.
And it's like maybe you got like his like the invitation to the funeral, like was addressed to both of you or kind of thing, or maybe so like. I don't know.
No, I like that. That's really good.
Yes. Okay, I can't really think if there's too much else I have to, like, say as far as, like, differences in the world. Yeah. I mean, Dragonlance has been around for a long time, so, if you do go Googling maps, don't Google too much, because there's bound to be places and things that shouldn't be on those maps. I already know there are. I've done some Googling.
I can't delete my mind.
So, but yeah, I love it. And yeah, and does that January 6th work for what? Oh God, I just remembered. I just realized that. Never mind that. It's a Friday. I'm sticking with it. That day works for everybody to start the campaign. First Friday of January.
What's wrong with you, Ron?
Nothing.
All right.
Yeah. I should be good on the 6th.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready for the Wonder Twins.
Oh.
I hope you're ready for whatever shenanigans Lewis and I could team up to make together,
Oh, goodness.
Ron.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. You
I'm gonna
guys.
end up chasing him down or something.
I'm just saying, Lewis is playing a Kinder, and he's my little bro, my big bro.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be so fun for you. Don't worry.
No, I'm sure it will be. I'm really looking forward to running this too, because like with the way that it's all like presented down too, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this game, I think.
Me too.
Because it's not just it's not just linear progression, go from point A to point B. There's lots of room to fill in the blanks and for just RP and stuff.
Cool.
And to have fun.
Nice.
So, hey, welcome in the Mind's Eye. Thanks for joining us. We are not playing today. We are previewing our upcoming Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen campaign that we're going to be starting on Fridays early next year. But we appreciate you stopping in all the same. Yeah, this is just part of it. Let's see if I can bring up. This is just the way the players see it.
So where exactly are we starting? I missed when you said where.
Sure, if you're on the map, it's gonna be right there. I think I pinged the wrong map.
Up there? Okay.
Over here in this region abouts is where the adventure is gonna be taking place.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, we hope to see you there. You're going to love how watching how Ricky tries to slowly destroy my mental capabilities.
Nah, you're not gonna have to watch that. I've already got those.
Yes.
I'll just. You want to hear the voice for my character?
Yeah. Do it.
You ready, Ron?
No, I'm not.
Oh hell, man! Ain't nothing like a poisonous snake to make the day go. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that to you.
Oh goodness.
I'm still working on it. I haven't quite figured out.
I was ready for, hey Toasty, welcome in.
Oh hey, Toasty.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like poisonous snakes, right?
Oh gosh. Cletus is enough to wake up Toasty Cat. Oh no. Toasty's been lurking.
I don't even know what my character's voice is going to be.
I'm playing a Goliath, so I want it to be deep.
Yeah. So, again, if you want, you can totally play the halfling because Ricky is playing a Goliath.
I'm a kinder.
I can ride on your shoulders. Cast spells from a decent height.
I am a kinder.
No. Oh boy.
Why are you saying oh boy?
It's okay. I can still ride on your shoulders.
I drank a lot of milk as a young kinderling.
I don't know why the sound alerts aren't working. Oh, okay, let's... Oh, alright.
If you don't want to do it, I'll look up a couple.
Nope,
I ain't got a problem.
I've got you. Nope. Did it? I don't know if I did that one before.
How many elven princesses does it take to change a light bulb? 1. She holds the bulb in the socket and the world revolves around her.
Okay. Why don't halflings plan for the near future? They are They are short-sighted. That one.
Looks like they're only halfway there.
Wow, I don't understand this one. What has 6 legs, is 9 feet long, and can fly? 3 dead halflings.
Oh, you can throw them.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
How many sylvanosti does it take to change a light bulb? None. The humans burned it out. Let them fix it.
Okay.
How many kinder does it take to change a light bulb?
Nope.
What light bulb?
Make it stop.
I'm not a DM. That button doesn't work. I can just keep going.
Oh
boy.
But yeah, I did find the companion characters, the sidekicks, so we'll have those if we can't get another player. Like I said, I would like one more player for this. That would be awesome, but if not, we'll go with a companion. And the way I'll set up, the way we'll do the sidekick is, like, you guys will all like take turns like controlling it, their actions and like combat and whatnot, things like that. But then, you know, as far as like talking wise, I'll fill in that role.
I got you.
So, again, I'll have to see why. I don't know why they don't have tokens for them on here. Maybe they've updated it, because I was looking at it. I was looking for them yesterday. Yeah, they've got all these other tokens. Yeah, I love the way they've got it set up. It makes things so easy.
You're easy. I'm sorry. I don't feel good about that one.
And yeah, I see Lewis.
Are we gonna meet Fizbin?
Are we what?
Are we gonna meet Fizbin?
Probably not.
My favorite moment from the Dragonlance books. 3 of my favorite moments involve that character, but my favorite moment is when he, with the main heroes, are trapped in that cage and he throws a fireball at their feet.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, you just pretty much explained why you won't see Fizbin. Fizbin's busy with other people.
That's true. I have hopes. Were you worried about what moment of Fizbin's character arc I was going to share?
No.
All right. I'm usually pretty good at not doing spoilers.
Yeah, most people know Fizbin.
Yeah, but do they know all about him?
No, that's true. Actually, that reminds me. I did kind of want to. So you had mentioned that you had already picked out deity. I did want to kind of go over the gods a little bit. Just, you know, the gods are said to have abandoned the world. They've basically all but disappeared. Of course, anyone like, you know, with like you know, knowledge of religion or, you know, even history might be able to like pick up stuff on these guys. And
So when we first start, I'm not going to have magic.
you will, but
I'm okay with if you want me to wait. Like, I'll do it for prosperity's sake or whatever.
like, I mean, it.
You don't have to address it now because it sounds spoilery.
It would be more along the lines of like, you have like the magic, but you don't know how it works or why it works or what's causing it, kind of thing. Like you did something. Like you're like your big brother fell out of the tree and you were so distraught and so emotional with wanting him to get better that suddenly his broken leg started to heal itself. Kind of, you know, you can't explain what happened yet. But that it is part of the adventure. There, every character is gonna get like a little prelude, kind of depending on their class or direction that they're planning on going with the character. And so there's definitely, you know, something in there for people with a divine background. So more than likely, Lewis and Ricky, you'll probably share the same prelude. In that regards, and then, obviously there's one for wizards looking to join the order, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that too. I'm gonna read the books again, right?
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, and everything, like, the books don't even really touch on this region until
Right.
Partway through the second book at least.
I'll be repeat.
Yeah. And that's so perfect for that.
It'll be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, did you have any questions at all? Like about the
I don't think so. So like I know I'm not in the order yet, but I know I'm going to have to be eventually.
Right, like basically your mentor was preparing you to become an initiate. Like, so you've already, you've gotten like minor training and stuff. Like you can totally cantrips and first level spells, and even if you weren't joining the order, most order mages are going to overlook low level magic like that. So like, but yeah, your mentor would have been getting you ready to eventually, travel to the tower at Wayrith to undertake the trials.
Alrighty.
Make sure I'm missing anything in chat.
I imagine we're starting off at first level.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very short grind from first to second in this one, but and then the leveling up from that point will be more milestone based.
I gotcha.
I'll tell you now too, there will be times like where we reach a milestone where you would level up, but it's still like in the middle of the day, and so when that happened, when you level up, I don't allow you to gain the benefits of leveling up until you've taken a long rest.
I gotcha.
So like you wouldn't gain your new stuff until taking a rest.
Gotta have a little sleepy time to get all big and strong.
Okay. I'm excited. Like I said, I've almost finished reading through this module. I'm gonna actually have the book when we start playing it. At least I hope for you. Got all this old material that I can always reference to if need be. But no, that shouldn't even be necessary because they did a pretty good job, like, of consolidating everything that you need to know to run this module. Right? So the book doesn't really expand beyond this region. Which was kind of one of the things that sort of like because the way they described it in the book, it was basically, yeah, just worry about this stuff here, and anything that goes beyond that, these borders is a blank canvas for you to do with whatever you want. And I'm like, hold the phone here. I've got 40 years of people saying otherwise. Kryn is anything but a blank canvas at this point. So it's just kind of like, don't worry about all that other shit that happened. You can do with it what you want. And I mean, that's cool for any any new game world, but it's like almost like a slap in the face. Like, I mean, like I read that, and the first thing that popped in my head is like Tannis Half-Elf and's going, well, fuck me, right? Yeah.
I gotcha. I'm not sure who that is, but
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Cool. I'm gonna have to be careful. I don't have my abjuration shieldy thing.
Yeah, first level, you're gonna be a little more squishy. But that's all good. And actually, I mean, you guys are barely gonna even be first level. Like, that's how quick of a jump that is. Like, I mean, yeah. At least to level 2, but that's, once the story really starts, and I don't want to spoil that too much.
I got you.
But yeah, so you got your buddy Ispin Greenshield recently passed away. You're going to his funeral, and there's all sorts of crazy rumors of like war and mercenary bands and lizard folk now too. That one's a new one. Yeah. And again, like I said too, these rumors can be true. They can be partially true. But yeah, really looking forward to doing Dragonlance. I don't know if I'm gonna set up a new overlay for it. That would be fun, but I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. Ricky, are you back? No. Okay. Well, see, the thing is I don't like. We're kind of getting to the point, where we've gone over everything we kind of really need to go over right now. And I don't want to drag things out any longer than we have to. So, if you guys don't have questions for me, I don't want to just like dip though while Ricky is away.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
You were all done?
Yeah, I mean, unless you guys have any other questions for me about anything with the game, anything you need to know, or
Nah.
Lewis is good.
I'm excited to play this game with my brother.
And yeah, and we are all excited. I'm gonna have so much fun too, and I cannot wait. Like, being able to tell a Dragonlance story in any capacity is I love it. I can't put it into words really. It's like we were saying right at the beginning of this stream, Dragonlance is that's what brought Ricky into the game. It's what brought me into this game. And being able to play it now and be able to, we're gonna be able to put our own spin on it and have fun with it. I'm really looking forward to this, guys.
Yes. I guess technically it'll be I've always been a DM for like my friends, so it'll be the first time I'm actually playing. So yeah, it'll be exciting.
Wait, you've never played D&D as a player?
Not as a player, no.
Ever?
Well, I guess that's technically a lie. I have a couple times.
What a liar!
I played D&D a couple times as a player, but it was all with 4E, and I was young and didn't like it.
A couple of things. I've heard that about 4E a lot. I've never tried it. I do want to try it one day, so maybe I'll make you play 4E one more time so I can play it sometime. And
oh no!
Yeah, I'll make you DM it too. Like, do that. Shit. And then the other thing, lying to me is a horrible way to start off a friendship, sir. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to play. Well, even if we end up with a 3-person party, think about it this way: we have a wizard, we have a cleric, and we have some sort of melee tank in Lewis. I'll let him pick that. And we can do it. You might have to alter some of the fights, but maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe we'll just be overpowered.
No, like I said, we've got sidekick companion characters. There's actually, they have 6 of them fleshed out, and each one, brings something different to the table. So I can pick out what's gonna, help round out the party the best, and hopefully keep you guys alive. I will point out, I've noticed in some of these encounters and stuff in here, there are things, that there are things on the battlefield that can kill you without making dice rolls. So there's let's kind of go into that just a little bit. So we're not in full blown war. We're on the verge of war. And there's gonna be times when you are fighting alongside an army, and maybe not controlling that army, but their presence can have effects on the battlefield. So they've really kind of gone in on this whole war breaking out across Ansalon thing, and it's gonna be fun to see how it plays out. Yeah, I could never imagine. Can't imagine never being a player. We would, but thank you for the lurk there, Mind's Eye, and hopefully we'll catch some more of your streams as well. Hopefully you can catch some of ours, the Dragonlance. That's something you're looking forward to seeing. We're looking forward to having you. But yeah, so some of the battles are gonna be fun like that, and
you don't have to worry about me trying to break the game because I'm too excited to play the story.
Yeah. I know that your primary goal is just to break me, so.
But if I break you won't DM. And then I'll have to DM the rest of the story. I'll have to replace me.
Oh no. But alright, I think now why don't we go ahead and call this for the evening. We've been online almost 2 hours. So I'm glad we could get these characters set up, and I'm glad we have this out so that if we do get another player or two, they can at least watch this to get caught up on the Session 0 stuff.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Hell yeah.
So
I'm excited.
Think with that, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna raid out. We're gonna raid somebody. I don't know who yet. But
who raid who?
Oh no. But thank you everyone for joining us this evening. It's good to be back on a Friday night. We know that we've taken off a few streams. Hopefully we'll be back on Sunday with Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Otherwise, catch us on Monday night for Defenders of the Veil as we continue on that. And, Dragonlance is going to be starting in 3 weeks on the 6th. Maybe I'll come at you with some dragon rants in the meantime. Alright, guys, we love you. Good night.
Good night.
Do I love? I don't know if I love. That's awfully big.